Before we get started, let my audience introduce themselves.
My name is Corey.
My name is Shannon.
My name's Joe.
Teresa.
Brandon.
The general purpose is to inform. The specific purpose is to inform the audience on the importance of tobacco use. Thesis: tobacco use has been around for decades. The use of tobacco has misled the public to regard its early history, recreational use, and negative effects that are associated with the tobacco use. 15 of every 100 people smoke tobacco on a regular basis. 1 in every 5 person dies from tobacco use. Tobacco use is a habitual use of tobacco's plants and leaf in its products. The predominant use of tobacco is the inhalation of cigarettes, pipes, and cigars. According to the quote of Jason Young, "There is nothing like a tobacco. It's the passion of its virtuous man, and whoever lives without tobacco isn't worthy of living." He is a person that smokes tobacco on a regular basis. A person will start to have mood swings once is addicted to tobacco. A person who smokes tobacco on a regular basis becomes an addict. A person that uses tobacco can develop an addiction that can later develop into cancer, COPD, and chronic diseases. Tobacco use can cause people mood swings and all the other chemical changes within the body. To start, I will explain the history of tobacco use. According to Dr. Williams Vaughn from the article of tobacco, the early history of tobacco outlasts weed and it spins the brain and it spoils the seed. It dulls the spirit, it dims the sight, and it robs a woman of her right. The statement shows that tobacco use has had a controversial problem many years. Tobacco has changed without the years. Tobacco was found in North and South America. It believed to have tobacco grown around the 600 BCs. In 1 BC, American Indians started using tobacco for religious and medical purposes. In 1942, Christopher Columbus offered dried tobacco leaves as gifts to the American Indians, from the American Indians. In 1900, cigarettes became major tobacco products and sold. Next, I will talk about how the recreational use of tobacco. According to Andrew Lindsay from the Tobacco History, 1999 stated the culture is around moving to the place where tobacco and smoking has been a part of normal life. People encounter it normally. They don't have to sit in their big supermarkets, sell in their big supermarkets. They don't have to smoke in public places, and they don't have to see tobacco vending machines. Certain recreational uses have stood out in many circumstances. Cannabis is the most used recreational in tobacco and nicotine. Nicotine is the most easily obtained drugs. There's 18 of high school students smoke cigarettes. Finally, I will discuss negative effects of tobacco use. The impacts of negative effects is tobacco has negative effects as mental health issues, low academic performances, high risk drinking, illicit drug use, and sexual behavior. There's 1.7 billion people that live smoking related illnesses within a 10-year radius. Smoking cigarettes kills more than Americans, and alcohol, car accidents, HIV, guns, and illegal drugs combined. According to Rugley from the article of tobacco, 1988 stated the effects of nicotine and central various systems are still far from being misunderstood. Today I'll talk to you about the history of tobacco use, recreational use, and negative effects that people have today on tobacco. Tobacco has today on people. Tobacco is the habitual use of tobacco plant leaves in its products. The predominant use of tobacco is inhalation of cigarettes, cigars, and pipes. Tobacco is preventable only if you stop using tobacco. Anyone who feels that they cannot stop using tobacco needs to get help and counseling to stop this addiction. We as Americans need to take stand on the risk of tobacco, and that we need to help do with our health.